Well, guys, y'all remember a couple weeks ago I did a video at the request of some people in the Discord to respond to a interesting channel. When I saw its profile picture, I was like, ooh, is this who I think it is? He's making right-wing content again? But no, it was not. You see, I thought it was Armored Skeptic. Most of you guys probably won't know who that is. It's been quite some time since he was big in the political space, but his channel is called Remnant777. Now, at the risk of spoiling what we're going to be talking about here, if I scroll down, you'll see he put out a video. Did he take it down? How long ago did he put this one out? The nose ring one? Damn, must have been a fairly old video. Anyway, he put out a video basically claiming that girls wearing nose rings were a red flag. And, well, if you look in this guy's history of uploads, you can see he's quite right-wing. Destiny is lying about immigration. Destiny lies about things from time to time for sure, but I don't think immigration is one of them. Leftist, atheist, humiliated in debate after claiming theists are dumb. He's also a Christian channel. Apparently he's like a hard Christian channel. I did not know this going in, but he's not. Oh yeah, here's the nose ring video. It's right here. Okay, yeah, it was pretty recent. Anyway, he's very clearly an incel channel with a tinge of that sort of commentary YouTuber, and also Christian in there. He's like a Christian LARPer. I make video essays on human nature and politics. You do not have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with me on what I say. I'm fine with that. My goal is to give you something to think about and a new perspective to chew on. Oh, wow. Look at that. So well reasoned. Anyway, he put out a video not yesterday, the day before yesterday, meaning this man and the people who watched this video spent their Thanksgiving watching drama videos. The timing of this video release could not have been funnier. Genuinely. This dude was like, instead of going out to visit family to spend his Thanksgiving with, he was editing this video. And from what I've seen of it, it is a well-edited video. It took some time to make. I'm genuinely impressed with the intro bit that I watched, because I didn't spoil myself. I just watched the little opening bit. But all that aside, let's get into it. He put out this video called "The Ghoul of BreadTube Came After Me." Now, I have to say, I love that. I love the Ghoul of BreadTube thing, because normally, I think prior to like a year and a half ago, Ghoul, I guess it would be kind of an insult. Well, for one, I mean, he had to edit my entire appearance in his thumbnail, which I think that actually speaks volumes about my appearance, that they need to edit me into a ghoul for their thumbnails and whatnot. But on top of that, people are already bringing it up in chat, but like, I can't help but think of when the Fallout show came out and Twitter was filled with a bunch of baddies posting about how bad they want to fuck the ghoul. And now I'm like, so you think I look like the ghoul? You think I got a chance with all the BPD baddies on Twitter? Okay, alright. Okay, Remnant777, hell yeah, let's go. Let's go, alright. Now, he has uploaded another video since. I can't believe Smug Alana betrayed me like this. What? Man, how much drama has he been in? Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this video. I don't know how much of we're going to... Bro saying he finds you fuckable? Maybe. I don't know how much of it we're going to end up watching, because most hate videos about me just tend to be riddled with, like, personal attacks, as you can probably already tell from the start. And I do have a pretty thick skin, but you kind of do have to be a psycho to not, like, dislike watching something like this about yourself. So we'll see how much of it we feel like watching. Also, this guy is pretty cringe. That's also worth noting. All right. Let's picture it and get right into it. Remnant777. Go.
Tell him about per capita. I'm getting to it.
What do you mean you don't like all girls? What? You don't like goth women? We're dunking on dudes who just hate women. That's me.
You said I hate what?
We're dunking on an incel, folks. And
I'm shocked Sanderhall's still making videos. This should be a fun response to do.
I'm shocked Xanderall's still making videos. For those who don't know, it's been a running theme now for about 4 years now to say that any day now, my channel will die, I will be homeless, destitute, and forced to work at McDonald's. It's been a running theme. People have claimed this about me. I mean, it's my theme song. My theme song's literally in reference to this. It's really bizarre, but like, my haters don't hate me because they think I'm a bad person. They don't hate me because they think I'm irresponsible with my platform. They don't often even hate me because I'm wrong in any way that they could explain. More often than not, they hate me because they don't like my success. I don't know how else other to put it than... I guess here's a good example. I know that I'm pretty sure this guy's friends with him. ChudLogic regularly makes hate videos on me. And most of the hate videos are like, he'll be homeless soon or something like that. But me and ChudLogic were pretty chill. At least I didn't have any like negative takes about him or anything like that until I had tweeted that I'd caught COVID. And his editor quote tweeted me saying I'm praying that it kills him. And I blocked the guy and saw it was ChudLogic's editor and blocked ChudLogic too, because I was like, okay, I don't want any of that. And I think that's what led to the spree of hate content that has shattered into this like narrative about how badly they want to see me fail. But I guess the funny thing about it is, the longer I endure, the more they have to be like, oh, I'm surprised he's still around, man. I'm surprised. And meanwhile, I've gained over 3,000 subs. Or not over, almost 3,000 subs in the last 28 days. And I ain't even been uploading that much compared to my normal, consistent schedule. So, we'll see if they'll get what they're hoping for. My haters.
Xander Hall reacted to one of my videos and made a video on me, and he said that I'm an incel.
I've got a video I've been recommended by an incel channel called Revenant777.
That I hate women, and worst of all, that I hate goth girls, and that they're evil.
That's been popular in incel spaces for a while, that alt women are the end of the world, that alt women are evil, a problem.
I'm gonna be honest with you, there was so much hilarious nonsense to cover, I was literally petrified with my options on where I should start. So I decided to go with the most straightforward, logical approach, which is, what
is he a robot? Like that? I like that voice. He is, I'm pretty sure not an AI voice, no. I'm pretty sure he's not an AI voice.
It's the most funny to look at first.
Are aliens inherently violent? Interesting.
What is the septum nose ring theory? Well, according to the experts at knowyourmeme.com, it is a way of allegedly... He really thinks he got me here. Look at this smug little...
When you're a right-wing figure, I'm literally just like... Okay, sources can be if you say know so. Your meme. But if you're a left-wing figure, it is highly expected, in fact mandatory, that you actually do research and you are actually ready to cite sources when you make a claim.
This is hilarious. We're not even 30 seconds into my own video yet, and he made the biggest cell phone imaginable. So this joke where I was quoting the experts, it was mocking people who need a source for the most basic things in the world, and use...
And that's my point, is that you're retarded for that. The most basic things in the world, you need a source for it. You're trying to make claims about broader societal trends, and your sources trust me, bro. And I'm pointing out, okay, there's no actual source that backs up the idea. As far as I'm aware, listen, if you want to show some PubMed study that suggests that having a nose ring will be an indicator of mental problems in a woman, then you can bring up that data. But you chose Know Your Meme to make fun of the idea of citing your sources when you make an argument, which was exactly what I was joking about you doing.
Use shitty sources at that. Yada-doo-doo-doo. Yada-doo.
Wait, did he just imply I use Reddit as a source? When have I ever used Reddit as a source unless it's like, here's a clip of a content creator doing something? I guess it's just on Reddit. I'll have to use that. More often than not, I'm literally live when I'm researching stuff. Like, anytime we encounter something, and I don't know what it is, or I'm unsure if I know what it is, I Google it right then and there, on stream, and read aloud whatever it is that is a gap in my knowledge, and both me and the chat get filled in on this. This is part of what I appreciate when it comes to these, like, kind of slop prepared content creators. Actually, no. This is not slop. For some reason, I don't know why, his last video, or the one before the last one, the video he did on the nose rings, that video was so slop compared to this. Like, it had good-ish editing, but it was very low effort. I think it had, like, video, like, FPS gameplay in the background. This video is actually, like, heavily edited. You know, this one goes pretty hard. That's something I have to give him props for. The editing here is immaculate. I could not edit this well. He probably has an editor, but...
Shoot, I can't feel my legs! My legs! I'm in pain!
Do you have a peer-reviewed study to back up that claim? Why should I believe you?
Instead of...
God. Okay, so... Turn down the fishing sounds, please. It's distracting AF. Okay, I'll mute them. Thank you. Okay. The idea that he's presenting in the video is one that is meant to enforce a cultural stereotype about young women that is objectively toxic, okay? The idea that women choosing to be liberated in their fashion choices being a sign that you shouldn't trust them in some way is absolutely incel logic, all right? I don't know if he's going to try to, like, hone in on the idea that incel means involuntarily celibate, and maybe he's got, like, a girlfriend or something. He's going to be like, so how could I be an incel? Most people have come to the agreement now that incel logic, or being an incel, is more of an ideology than a state of being. And that's been how it's considered for, like, 8 years now. Source, it is known. Source, it came to me in a dream.
Getting the joke. He became the embodiment of the midwit I was mocking in the joke. But to be fair, he doesn't even pass as a midwit, because he's much closer to a dimwit, as you can see in this video. That they are like beautiful blue poisonous dart frog.
Oh my god, he's actually doing that meme. He stole this meme from a Twitter account, by the way. Like, this is...
So I apparently stole this analogy from a meme on Twitter. Good sir, you do realize that analogy has existed for years. I swear.
Yeah, he definitely saw it on Twitter. Like, come on. Like, this is the level of attempts at getting me these people have. Oh my god, this has been around for years. How could you say I got it from Twitter? All these people spend all their time getting all their news, all their talking points, all their culture, all their memes, everything from Twitter, okay? Obviously, it could have been 4chan or Rumble or something, but I catch-alled Twitter, okay? But yeah, the whole... colored animals, or animals will have bright colors in order to indicate that they're poisonous or venomous to predators. That argument has been an incel talking point for a long time, which is literally what I'm making fun of. I feel like you're never going to recover from this roasting, Zan. I don't know how I'm ever going to recover, dude. I low-key expected better, at least by this point, you know? Like, there's tons of stuff he could just rag on me for as far as personal attacks. Like, I guess nothing that would compel anyone to believe that I'm, like, a bad person, but maybe he's saving that for a little later.
Where Xander Hall comes across as that type of guy to say, oh yeah, Sun Tzu, yeah, I know about that guy from a meme. He said that we shouldn't vote for Trump because he's a fascist that's gonna lock up little Mexican children in cages, right? But here's another clip.
Like, we're getting into the video now, and we're getting a lot of things I haven't said.
This really highlights how little he knows about women and just people in general. Because in the video I said, if you want a mentally stable, hot goth girl, you gotta first get a normal girl and make her goth. Genius, I know. I read all your comments praising it. I know that you guys loved it. But let's see what Xanderhall's reaction is to it.
Why do I bother trying to, like, analyze what the things these guys say mean, when just a few minutes later they admit it openly? You don't want a girlfriend, you want a Barbie doll. Exactly, Revan.
Buddy, have you ever been in a relationship before? The irony of all this is that the last relationship...
Yes, I have been in a relationship, and generally, it is not considered healthy to say, I'm dating a girl now, guess what? You're gonna become goth. I'm going to subliminally message you into becoming goth. Okay, are we gonna get a personal attack now?
I was in, she literally said, and I quote, I want you to dress me up like a doll. So yeah, people do change their appearances based off of what the other person is attracted to. And
Ain't no fucking way. You know what? I'm not gonna call bullshit, okay? Listen, I believe him. I believe him, guys. I do. I believe him. I think that happened. I think his girlfriend said to him, "Hey, Remnant 777, dress me up like a doll. I don't want to be one of those BPD nose ring SJW girls. I'm your base trad waifu." And then not only that, but he found a better trad waifu and moved on from her to his, I presume, current partner.
And it happens both ways. Like, who knew? Only literally every person who's ever been in a relationship before, this happens. Where do you think I got the idea from, you?
In what okay, I have never been in a relationship where it is anything beyond like, oh, but I like you with a beard. Oh, but like, usually it's like, oh, you look really good in this. You should wear that. And I'd be like, yeah, I do look good in that. Like, it's never like just deciding what you get to wear, man. Like, that is not how that dynamic typically goes in relationships. Now, if you've got your own dynamic that you go for, that's fine. But I feel like, in general, you're not going to find a lot of women out there that are going to appreciate this kind of mindset you're instilling in, no doubt, mostly young men watching your content.
Dumb. You do realize that when you're in a relationship, you try and make the other person more attracted to you, right? Now I understand each person might have their own boundaries on what they're willing to do and not do. For example, I was asked to shave my beard. I told her no. It's really important to me, but I was willing to.
That other way around for me. When it comes to me, I like to shave my beard, and oftentimes girls will be like, but you look good with a bit of stubble, and it's like, yeah, but we're gonna get it all the way down to nothing.
To change my hairstyle to something she liked more. People commonly do this all the time when they're in a relationship. Hey, do you like this dress? Hey, do you like my...
Like, maybe this is just me being autistic or something, but not me. Not me. Like, if I've dated girls that prefer a little chub, and I'm like actively like, well, sorry, but I'm on a workout kick right now, so I'm not gonna have any chub on me for a while. And that's just how it is. Typically in relationships, if... like, the way he's talking about it is already kind of weird. The goal of both partners in a relationship is to make themselves more attractive to the other. That doesn't feel like he actually has had any significantly long-term relationships, especially where you've lived together and stuff like that, because the idea of maintaining an air of attractiveness at all times, or most of the time when you're living together, is pretty rough. You know, like, if you live together, there's gonna be nights where you have parasite kebab, like Charlie and Smiling Friends, and you're gonna wake up in the middle of the night to your guts just fucking screaming, and you gotta run to the bathroom, and your girlfriend's like, what's going on? And you're like, don't worry, go back to sleep, and just run to the bathroom, you know? Like, there's situations where you gotta, as I like to call it, keep the magic alive, you know? You know, you gotta make sure, because, you know, when you live together, you gotta think about it like any roommate situation, for those that have never, like, been in a relationship. It's, you're roommates, but you're fucking, and you're in a relationship. So, all those things that can lead to an uncomfortable or weird or problematic roommate dynamic can be a problem in a living together relationship. Or not a problem, but like a point of embarrassment. Like, oh, that parasite kebab, gonna have to turn on the shower. You know, let that water run and blur out the noise.
Hair this way. It's kind of important that the other person's attracted to you, right? Now, will this work with all women?
Yeah, but that's typically a given in most relationships. Oh, fishing sounds are still on? Ah, sorry. Yeah, because it's PC audio. Huh. Weird how it's just doing all the PC audio now. That's okay. Well, that's really bad. That's pretty cringe. I guess I'll just capture opera. I'll see if I can just capture opera audio. Here we go. Nice.
Able to get a traditional woman to become goth 9 times out of 10? Maybe not. But again, people are willing to do things to make the other person happy.
Dude, this guy is actively claiming that I'm insane for calling him an incel. Meanwhile, he's calling these girls traditional women and talking about transforming them into goth girls. Listen, if you're gonna... Okay, your method that you're describing here is totally fine if it's like, hey babe, did you know that I'm super into the goth alt alternative style or whatever? So if you ever want to go down that path with your aesthetic, I'm into it. I vote 10 yays for that path. That's not toxic or fucked up or incel-y at all. I will say it's a bit incel. It's definitely incel shit to be like, I'm gonna find a normal girl and then make her into the goth archetype that I am into, but I can't actually get along with because they detest my politics. Because, to be very clear here, his whole goth girls are crazy thing entirely stems from the fact that these goth girls, these alt girls, these baddies he likes, don't want anything to do with him because of his politics. They can tell. They know. He's had that experience enough that he's making this video, where not only did he make the original video, he got mad at my call out and made a response video. So clearly there's a personal factor for this and all of it for him. But on top of that, like, he acknowledges that he likes this archetype of girl, and he wants a girlfriend that is that archetype of girl. Why not just recognize some lefty politics, you know? Why not try a date with a lefty girl? But not like where you lie to her and you tell her like, oh, I'm not really political. You know, I'm not really into politics. I'm a centrist. Or I'm socially liberal, economically conservative. Instead of saying that to the next, like, lefty alt girl you date, why not, like, actually listen to what she has to say? Maybe consider her worldview. You know, maybe you'll find out, wait a second, they aren't insane. We just disagreed on things. We just disagreed.
Maybe she's not willing to become emo for you, but maybe she'll put on the cat ears. And here's the interesting thing that's off topic. A lot of conservative women don't have piercings or tattoos or dyed hair, not because they're really against it. It's because they don't want to attract the wrong men and repel off the men they desire. Because our appearance, the way we present ourselves, signals things about ourselves to other people. And depending on who you are, what your values are as a person, you should be conscious of this and tailor your appearance to attract the people you want. Xander Hall was
I don't necessarily think that's true. Most people who are having a problem with Remnant's perspective is the idea that, okay, this is the incel tell that he's giving right now that he doesn't even realize he's giving because he doesn't know how not to sound like an incel. He is psychoanalyzing the way people present themselves way too much. Like, women famously do not dress up for men. They dress up for other women, okay? Maybe most men go out dressed up for women, but that's not the case with women. Most of the women's fashion industry is dedicated to pandering to other women, like making yourself look pretty to other women, right? Tall and skinny, tall and skinny, tall and skinny. That is the female beauty ideal among women. And yet, if you ask guys, it's short, thick, big booty, short, thick, big booty, short, thick, big booty. Anytime you ask guys, short, thick, big booty. You ask women, tall, thin, basically, yeah. Tall, thin, and gaunt. With long limbs. That's generally, like, what's considered the idealized beauty standard among women. And that's, like, what most models for women's clothes have a build for, because they're modeling for women, watching fashion shows for women's clothes, right? So, like, we're already dipping into this, like, incel thought process that people, particularly women, are presenting themselves at all times to attract certain people. Like, if you're out on the town, you're dating, or whatever it may be, like, you're actively in the dating scene, that's one thing. But the tell here that he's always going out, or implied that he's usually going out, and presenting himself in such a way where he is meant to attract there's just a lot in that. I don't think he realizes how much he gave away. I'm not sure if he gets it.
bitching and moaning the entire time in this video, saying I went to force women to remove their septum rings, which I never did.
Let me make it very clear. To these people, not being self-aware is not immediately saying, oh my god, I never thought about it that way. I'll immediately get my septum ring piercing removed. How could I ever consider wearing a piece of jewelry that you don't like? Oh my god, I'm so evil for that. Oh my god. Like, that not being their response is what indicates that to them. This is what I get for live streaming. How dare I? How dare I?
Oh my word, he is so fucking stupid! This man has never articulated a clear thought in his life. But actually addressing what he says though, the video wasn't even made with the intention of telling people what to do. But in general, the video could be helpful to women.
The video was a warning to men to recognize nose rings and alt girls as a red flag.
Who don't attract the wrong men. There are many women who are unaware when you present yourself in this way, you're attracting and repelling off certain types of men. And for those women, they can do what they wish with this knowledge, depending on what they want in life.
Okay, I posted a video about men not liking me, and the comment section is just absolutely frying me at the moment. But the amount of people that brought up my nose ring is wild. And then someone said I look like a Democrat because of the nose ring. So I'm taking it out. I just want to see, because I don't take this thing out. I just want to see. Oh, I got it. Oh, fuck, I like it. God.
And Xander Hall literally agrees with me on this. Literally, verbatim, he just agrees. All he can say is, you're right, but I dislike you because you're right-wing. The majority of...
Why would I have to agree with you? I don't even agree with your premise that people are always out trying to attract certain people. Like, this idea of, like, changing your appearance from what you prefer to attract a certain kind of person, like, that is just the most underdeveloped perspective on dating out there. If you're changing yourself to attract certain people and not because it is a positive change for you, like, let's be real. Anything that's good for you as a change to your life is going to make you more attractive. Anything from working out to improving your mental health to getting a better job that makes you more money, getting a better education, getting a new skill, any number, or developing a talent, any number of these things are going to make you more attractive to, you know, any potential suitor. But you shouldn't be doing those things for the sake of attracting a certain kind of person, or to attract any kind of person. You should be doing them for yourself. And I know that sounds, and, you know, Remnant and his fans would call this gay as fuck. I know that sounds gay, I know it sounds cliche, I know it sounds cringe, but when you get to a certain point, you start to realize that truly is your objective. That truly is what life is about. You know, there is a certain age you get to, and I don't know how old Remnant is. If he's older than me, then that is sad. But there's a certain age you get to where you realize, yeah, like, you're not really living for other people. And that's the problem here. Like, the vibe I got, and now this has really solidified it for me. I couldn't quite put it into words before, as he rightly called out with my stutter before. But he clearly views the world as from a very immature perspective, almost like a high schooler does, or maybe a college student. You know, they're always got dating, sex, hookups, the relationship dynamics of yada yada always on their mind, right? And there gets to be a point in your life where that starts to be a very childish and borderline cringe way to look at things. And maybe many of you haven't reached that point yet. I imagine some of you have. But watching this video, I can't be the only one who gets that vibe, that he has that very high school, looks in the mirror every morning like, gotta make sure the popular girls think I look good, kind of mindset, right? He wants Xander Hall to like him so much. Imagine liking men. Girlfriend in Canada vibes. I mean, he hasn't mentioned he has a girlfriend, but he did say he had one, to be fair. He did say he had one. Anyway, I think I've had enough of this video. We did watch a pretty good chunk of it, at least. It was mostly just full of personal attacks and basically saying I said shit that I didn't say. This is pretty common among these right-wing grifter channels. I would love to have a one-on-one debate with you, though, Remnant. Would you like to come onto my stream and have a one-on-one convo? I have a feeling without a script and editing to back you up, you might stutter a couple times, and ooh, after some of the jokes you made in your video there, that might make you look kind of bad, but we'll see. Oh, he's in chat! Oh, he says no! Why is that, Remnant? Are you scared? You don't got editing and scripting to back you up? Thank you for watching the stream, by the way. Were you an Armored Skeptic fan back in the day? I have a feeling you might have been. If you edited the video, I'll give you this. Props to you on the edits, or props to your editor on the edits. Too bad you're too pussy to debate, though. That's Sag. Is that the real one? I mean, it's either someone impersonating a YouTuber, which always equals a ban in my chat, or it's the real him unwilling to debate. So, drop the ban hammer on him. Unfortunate. I mean, if what he actually had to say was of any value, he would have been willing to come onto the stream. I'm pretty sure he's smaller than me, too, so he has absolutely nothing to lose coming on the stream. But he said no. He said no. No, no, no. Still pretty good, though. Apparently Remnant is not just a, like, chud grifter channel either. Recently, and now, to be fair, this is a little bit tenuous, but recently I saw a screenshot of a description from, like, a big right-wing, like, alt-right channel, and they were recommending a bunch of other really far-right channels. And some of the examples were Nick Fuentes, Andy Pants Gaming, like a lot of... who was it? Ranting for Vengeance was on the list too. Just a lot of really right-wing channels, like far, far right. And on that list was Remnant 777. So there's a good chance his politics are a bit more right-wing than you might have gotten the vibe of from that video. Yeah, ranting for slop gents. Yeah, good one. We did it. Big brain. Anyway, if you ended up enjoying this segment, if you found it entertaining, educational, or enjoyable in any way whatsoever, then be sure to leave a like down below and comment who up Xandering they haul. If you've commented on enough of my videos in the past that you've unlocked the hype button, then leave a hype to boost it in the algorithm as well. And of course, if you want to see more from me in the future, leave a big old sub down below. I hope to see you guys in the next one.